Hey, this is John Shingles with Lifetime Exteriors. I want to thank you for joining us. Today we're going to be talking about a common problem we see all throughout the Chicagoland area, and that is nail blow-through. Now, what nail blow-through is when a shingle gets secured to the roof decking, instead of the nail head sitting flush on the shingle, it actually goes through the shingle. It blows through the shingle, and now you have holes all on your roof. Now, many times you're not going to see the holes because there's another shingle over it hiding that nail that was blown through. Now, nail blow through causes quite a few problems. Number one, your roof is going to be a lot more susceptible to roof leaks because you have all these holes on your roof that you can't even see. Another problem is your roof is going to be more susceptible to wind damage, and the shingles over time may just start falling off with gravity. And the problem is, if you ever have to file an insurance claim and the insurance company finds out it's because of nail blow through, they may not want to honor that claim because they're going to blame the installers because they either had their nail guns set too deep or they had their air compressors set too high. So that becomes a real problem, and the manufacturers are not going to want to back their warranties either because they're going to blame the crew as well. Now, the reason why crews do this is because when they're securing the shingles to the roof decking, they want that set real powerful, because if they're hitting the shingle with the nail gun and the nail doesn't get driven flush there, they then have to grab a hammer out of their tool belt and then secure it. It slows them way down. So many crews have their air compressors set way too high and their nail depth set way too deep because they don't want to slow down when they're doing a roof. Most of these roofing crews are trying to get on and off your roof as quickly as possible. But let's kind of look at these different brands. There's nothing wrong with any of these brands you see here, but they are susceptible to nail blow through. We're going to test each one of them, and then we're going to compare them to the Owens Corning True Definition Duration Shingle with Sure to Nail technology. Now, this first shingle, as you can see here, has a white line. They want you to drive your nails in that white line. Now, for this test, we're going to do it in this open area here. Obviously, when you're installing a roof, you're not securing your shingles to thin air, but we're doing this for the test to see which shingles are more susceptible to nail blow through. So we're going to hit that white line. We're going to hit 4 different nails here and see how it does. Okay. Let's come over here. All right. So this shingle actually didn't do too bad. If you could see, we have this shingle's hanging on for dear life. This shingle, or this nail's hanging on for dear life. This nail's hanging on for dear life. And these 2 nails went right through the shingle. So we have 2 partial failures and 2 entire failures on this shingle number 1. Now, shingle number 2 is unique in that it has a tar strip on the top side, almost like a 3-tab shingle. So I'm going to drive the nail. They want you to drive the nail either on the tar or between the tar. So we're going to do what the manufacturer wants. And let's see. But keep in mind, when you're driving the nail into the tar strip, it's not going to seal down as well. So I'm going to go, that's why I want to test both. And that went straight through. Went straight through. So I did. So this shingle, it didn't matter whether I went through the tar strip. I did 3 in the tar strip and 1. This had a 4 for 4 nail blow through rate. This next shingle, what's nice about it, it's got a nice wide nailing zone. So the manufacturer wants you to nail right anywhere in between those 2 lines. And logically, most installers are going to nail it right in the middle of that nail zone. And we're going to see how it does. Go right through. And these nails on this one are really flying through with a lot of power. But you have a 4 for 4 failure rate on this shingle with the wide nailing zone. This shingle here also has a nailing zone, not as wide as the last one, but we'll see how this one does. Okay, that went right through. All right. This also is 4 for 4 failure. So far, the only shingle that has not had total failure is this one. This one had 2 failures, complete failures, and 2 half failures, if we want to call it that. Now we're going to try the Owens Corning with true definition sure nail technology, which is patented. So this is the shingle I have on my roof, and this is the shingle I have on my mom's roof, and you're going to see why when we do this blow through test here. So let's give this a shot. All right, look at that. We have 4 nails. Every single one of them are flush on that nailing zone, and we did not have any nail blow through with this Owens Corning True Definition Duration shingle. Now, if you have any questions about our test or about the shingles we install, this is the minimum standard shingle we install on a roof, and this is just one of the many reasons why. You can watch other videos to see why we like this shingle as well. But this, in my opinion, is the best shingle on the market currently because they have this patent for the sure nail strip on the top side of the shingle. Now, when their patent expires, we're going to test it out as well and see who's faring the best. But for now, this is the only shingle that we recommend. We do have another version of this shingle, which is the Flex line. It's more hail resistant, but this is our minimum standard shingle we install here at Lifetime Exteriors. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to contact us at the information below. And other than that, we will see you on the next video. Thanks for tuning in.